welcome. This is episode 4. We got Tech in the building. We got Brooklyn Flames in the building. We got a surprise guest coming to sit in with us. This is, what you want me to call you, man? Because you got
Randall,
many names.
aka Razak. You can call me Razak too.
They hear you, you know what I'm saying? So we got Tech in the building, man. It's What It Look Like, episode 4. We got Tech in the building. What's up, man?
4, man. That's what we doing, man.
Yeah.
With it.
See you all dripped out and all that, man.
Looking all, I love this get up.
This is just the regular.
You know what I'm saying? That's light for you, but for us, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. After y'all get them sponsors, then that's where it's gonna be crazy.
Wait, it look like you don't have any creases on your yeah, but it look like you don't have any creases, so you're all right.
But I want some fly shit, you know. This is some fly shit.
But you don't have any creases, so you
brand new,
yeah.
Proper tags like Tech.
Come
So
over
yeah,
here.
I ain't even getting none of
here.
these tees.
Look, slide over. Let me see.
I guess I ain't worthy of these. What it look like tees.
Slide over a little bit so you can.
Thank you,
Slide.
brother.
There you go. Let me see.
Because my friend, my brother, Light.
I didn't know what y'all was trying to tell me.
I don't get no t-shirts or nothing.
Yeah, it's a lot of focusing on drip. That's why you don't know you wasn't in the shot. Yeah.
But nah, you know, you definitely coming dripped out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a light day for you. You know what I'm saying? This is what it look like, t-shirt.
We have a shirt for you, okay?
I appreciate
it. Like
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, listen, you know we go way back,
You
right?
know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It was my first interview when I first started out with, when I was on Pushwick Radio.
I remember with Bully, right?
Yeah.
Bully's my guy. How's Bully doing? He's good?
I'm not even in Brooklyn anymore, so I lost touch with a lot of folks, but yeah.
Well, big up Bully, you know.
Yeah.
But we here today, What It Look Like.
I'm gonna make a statement. So, and you know, just want to hear how you feel about it. I personally consider you guys the EPMD of Brooklyn, and I'll say the reason why. Reason why is because you flow, right? You guys feed off of each other. Mm-hmm. My question, and I'm just a rap nerd, right? When you guys in your creative process, when you're penning that pad, are you guys in the same room, right? Okay, this twofold question. Initially, before digital, were you guys in a room together writing? And now with technology, are you no longer in the room together when you're writing?
It depends. It's yes and no. It depends on, let me see, how can I put the studio session? Mm-hmm. It depends on, well, you know, back then before, how you say, the digital technology, before records and tracks was emailed to each other where you didn't have to be in the actual studio with the producer, or just say if you had a partner, things was emailed to you. But before, we had a machine which was similar, well, no, it was bigger than that, called a reel. Mm-hmm. And that's where all the music was on. It was on tapes. It was on a big mixing board. So you had to be in the studio with either your partner or the producer to get the music. But as far as the writing process goes, sometimes we are together. I would say more times than not, we're not together. But you know, when we come together, it's a whole different ballgame.
So you went from the cipher back in the day, right, to now the digital cipher.
Yeah, that's like session at the Dog Hilly.
Yeah. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I thought you was a rap nerd.
That one I didn't. I'm sorry.
Well, session at the Dog Hilly was actually one of the songs that was on our debut album, The Shining.
I'll mess with you.
Which has everybody. Rest in peace, our brother. Say it like a G. I miss my brother P. Sean P. So much. And session at the Dog Hilly that displayed OGC, Helter Skelter. Top Dog, Louisville, Shrang 1, and of course Helter Skelter, Buck, and Smif N Wessun. My partner, my brethren, my brother.
Rest in power.
Still, yes.
Yeah. You know, I know it was a little. I want to make sure you're sharp, right? Now I'm gonna cipher, right? It was cipher.
I actually got a question for you.
Yeah, can I ask him one question, right?
You just have one question.
No, this is hip hop right here, right? What did you mean when you wrote? I came through the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more.
When I wrote that?
Yeah. You didn't write that? No. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, next question. I'm sorry. Next question. Next question. Sorry. Next question.
That was a joke, though, right? I'm sitting here like, wait.
I'm sorry. You know what? It's a long day. I got a lot of these going. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. No, I had the wrong notes. I had the wrong notes, guys.
We sipping on.
I had the wrong notes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, my question is, I'm a big fan, of course. You know what I'm saying? You're a hip hop legend. I see you branching off from the rapping and you in your movie game. I saw you on the first episode of Tales. How did that come about, man?
Boom, 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 boom. Well,
Yeah, talk about that.
I have to give props to my brother, Born Legend, who was the writer of that episode. My brother Legend. And if we're doing it like that, I gotta big up Giant. I gotta big up everybody that we was in the gym with, working out in True Grit up in the BX. You know, that's where we was working out with our brothers Sean from Fresh, Kiss, of course. It was a few of us that was in there, like on a daily. BJ, who's Irv Gotti right hand man, and my brother Legend, like I said, he wrote that that particular one, and being that, you know, that's what I'm trying to do now. Being with hip hop, it opens so many different doors.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you plan on taking it further? With
Hell yeah! Send them scripts in.
I remember when I first met you, we did a scene. It was Caught Up? What was it? Caught Up? It was a whole bunch of us.
Wasn't that Caught Up?
Was it
a
Caught
vampire
Up?
joint, right?
No, it was Caught Up with
Oh, with Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah,
and
did that come out? Or? I'm not trying to be funny.
No. Nah, that never actually. You never actually finished recording it.
Okay.
That's what I was Nichols in that joint.
Okay, so that was when you was like just.
Yeah, that was I was really just getting started into it.
Yeah, I just came to just kicking the next.
I did a few voiceovers since that, which I would love to continue to do, and I did a joint with Three Blind Mice. That was a cartoon with MTV that I did a voiceover with. I did a joint called for colored boys that our sister Stacy Muhammad produced. Of course, the Tales joint that you can check out is up now. I got a little part in Better Than My Last, which is by my man Quan from Brevoort, that he has his life story and a couple other people that's in it. Yeah.
So you're doing your thing.
Definitely still working, doing his thing. Yeah.
Man, I'm moving.
I'm
trying to keep it going, man.
I want to get back to Tales for a second. So did you have to audition for that part? Being at your man.
I did, yeah.
I thought it was like a cheat code. I thought you just.
Well, if I had the cheat code, I'd be in so many more jumps.
So
I did.
So let me pose this, since you brought that question up. So Idris Elba, right, in the movie The Beast that's out now, his daughter auditioned for it, didn't get it, right, and she was upset and didn't speak to him for 3-4 weeks, and the argument was that's my dad, I should have got it. So in just in the spirit of conversation about auditioning, what's your view on something like that? Would you want to help a sibling or a child?
Of course. I mean, if it was up to me and I was an A-list actor celebrity and I could pull that string, then yeah, I definitely would get my son, especially my son, daughter, niece, nephew, whatever it is, even a close friend that I know, you know, it can change their life, and if that's what they want to do seriously, I'm not just gonna stick my neck out for. I'm not just gonna stick my neck out for a bum.
Very shameless.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to
You're not
embarrass
gonna
me.
take it seriously, right? But if
serious about the craft,
you're seriously about your craft, then yeah, I would love to be in that position. To, like, if not that role, then a role that's in the joint. You know
So now let's apply that, you being a hip hop legend, and it's what we're saying. That's how the word legend comes from. It's not what right. So you have a reputation. So again, if you have a relative or someone who's not good.
Getting sick.
getting the sick. The joke's there. That's why he's over there, not over here. Yeah. So if you have, let's say again, a relative that is once again in the rap game and isn't that good, but you have an opportunity to put him or her on the track, would you do it? And if not, if you don't, why not? And how would you explain it to them?
First of all, because they're not that good.
Okay.
So,
that's just,
no.
yeah.
I mean, all right. If you're just talking, I could make a skit up for you. You could do a skit.
Yeah.
You can talk your shit, but you're not gonna embarrass. Well, okay. Since my name would be on the line, you would still be embarrassing me, my reputation. But people still gonna look at you, and when you're alone, you're gonna know that you're whack or not that good. So as far as spitting verses and bars, they're not. But yeah, you can say a skit. You can do something. If you help me choose the beat. Like my son and my bestie, which is my lady's daughter, which we lost to sickle cell, is like my music coordinators when I do my dolo projects. Like I go to them for what's dope in the street right now for that age generation.
Yeah.
And even this joint I put together, like they really help me and they help us. So that's what keep me being able to reinvent myself. So
the bottom line is you do have standards and codes. So okay.
Because you kind of still relevant in a different era. You know what I'm saying? You're relevant. I'm talking about. I'm drunk. My apologies. You're
don't
relevant.
blame it on the alcohol. We're not gonna blame it.
You know what he had me drinking?
No more
and I had to go to 3 stores.
Get some water so he can.
Capri Sun. That's what.
Let me start over. You're relevant in a new generation with the younger boys, and your music is still like you got bars. You really spitting. You're not a gimmick. You've been doing this. For years.
I've never been a gimmick. And
you know what I'm saying?
For that's me taking myself serious and wanting to be relevant, having to be relevant, and reinvent of myself, because a lot of this generation, they might not recognize me per se from the music, because our first album is like 27 years old, so that's older than some of the young kids that's out here that's gunning down each other, that's going to jail, that's missing the uncle and the father in the household. A lot of them recognize me from the acting chops that's happening, or the Respect Life joint, the joint. Damn, they gonna kill me. What's the name of that joint from Pink Houses?
Oh, Project Heat.
Project Heat.
Yeah, I remember that.
See, they wrote me out of the cast, so I can't even remember it.
Project Heat.
But so a lot of people, a lot of the younger generation actually recognize me for the acting screens than but. The bars are still there, definitely. So once they see that and they put it together, they be like, "Oh, but you, blah blah blah." So it works together.
But who would you want to work with as far as the younger generation? Who do you listen to? You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to most of the young people right now. I got a few favorites, but I ain't really checking for them.
I mean, I listen to dope music, man. So it's some of them I don't even know the names of them. I hear the flow, the melody, what they talking about, and I catch it. Like I don't even have a radio in my house, so I don't hear the norm that's on the radio daily. Like I'll catch a Sirius XM joints or something that's blasting, like my nephew or my son will be playing, and I'll hear the flows from that and be like, "Yo, who is that?" So, I mean, I'm willing to work with dope music, and just keep it going for the culture.
So if there's any changes that you can make,
I had to get that out.
Okay. So if there's any changes with the music industry today, like what would it be? What change what would you want to bring back to this industry as far as
bring back,
like cause,
I would say what's missing is a lot of, I'm not gonna say it's missing because they still might claim it at certain labels, but which is the A&R department, which was helping groom the artists to show their full potential, like helping them, showing them how to do interviews, how to put a show tape together, how to perform, how to carry themselves, and just because once you once you come from where we come from, which was nothing, and you get some money in your pocket. Not saying that it's changed you, but the circumstances and the atmosphere around you may look at you like you changed, but you still thinking you your normal self. So you
guys
had
to
know,
put in the work. Like you guys had to put in the work.
Yeah, we was thrown to the lions.
This day and age, you just have to do one TikTok to become, viral, and then people just thinking that because I'm viral, you know what? I'm talented. I can do this. I can do that. Yeah. And it's so much more than that. So
yeah, it's so much more. But it was one hit of quitters back then too. Yeah. It was overnight success.
Listen, I always said I could do if I could do a one hit wonder. I'm good. Just give me one hit. I'm good.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think and say that. And sometimes it happens and sometimes it don't. And when it don't happen for them, when they was looking at it like that, then their dreams is crushed or their plans are deterred. So you always got to have a plan B. For me, failing is just not an option.
So let me say this. With the difference in today's artists, and I bought your cassettes. That's how old I am. I bought the cassettes.
Damn.
What is a cassette? What is a cassette?
And then I got to the CD, and then it snapped, and I'm like, damn bitch. Then I gotta go. I got $16. Anyway, so
I like this.
so there's a saying that goes, and this includes me. Mm-hmm. But all the classics, Duck Down, everything. I wish I can do that. And now in today's generation, it's I can do that. And I'm saying that to go back to what you said, because I think it's the responsibility of the parents and family to hand down legends like yourself, the music. Because if you go, as you know, in the music industry, you go to rock, the rock fans know Grateful Dead. Mm-hmm. They might listen to somebody new now, but they'll listen to maybe Jonas Brothers and consider really rock. But that's an example. They'll know Grateful Dead. They'll know Rolling Stones.
See, and not to cut your wisdom, but that's the only thing I really don't like with or agree with hip-hop. We're the only genre of music who tries to cut out the pioneers or who try to forget about the legends. Where, like you just said, Grateful Dead to these people, like they still know them. They still making hit records and touring. Hip-hop is like the only one where it's try to say, oh, it's a young man's game, a young woman's game, and they forget a lot of times of the pioneers or where they came from. Like even like when which joint was it that the Lil Wayne came out with Swiss, where he did the beat with the G Det beat. They thought that was original Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to give the credit to G Det or even had any idea where it came from. So it's just I hate when we try to separate it, and dope music is dope music, garbage music is garbage, and timeless is, there's always, you go to a wedding, you go to a bar mitzvah, anything, and when a certain song come on, hip-hop, whatever it is, if it's dope, it's timeless, your body's going to react to it.
Yeah. Okay, I got another one for you, right? I can lead right in. So, now this one will be a little touchy, right? So, I'm from the era, again, with my age, and where I bought Duck Down albums, but I danced to Diddy. And you guys, right, Duck Down, you guys were the antimatter or the matter, and Diddy, shout out to him, was either matter or antimatter, right? It's opposites. And when I look at that time, and now with movements like Griselda and the Trust movement with 38 Splash and this connoisseur rap, they call it with Rock Marcy, they're to me, just like you guys. Yeah, 38 Splash, thank you. And just like them, back in the day, and where you guys were the anti of that. And I think that when people start looking at history, they're going to see that, and that brought balance, because when we saw Diddy doing this, we don't have a Rolex, but then at the club, I'm doing that. But then when I'm on the train going to work, I'm home with the original gun clappers.
We weren't the anti of that. Mm-hmm. That was what the fan or the people boxed us into. Because we was listening to Diddy, we was listening to that when we was rocking. For me, I came up with Mob Style. Don't take 7-5, take 8-5. I was rocking joints like that. Coogee Rap is my favorite. Was always my favorite. Top one.
Cool genius of rap. Yes.
It'll never change, but Big is the best to me. So those two never waver. So yeah, we I wouldn't say we was anti because we was just doing what we knew to do. We didn't experience all those good party times. We didn't come from that. Whether
outside,
whether we made hits just talking about what we experienced and what the streets was. We was our neighborhood ghetto reporters. So we wasn't going to the parties. When we was going to the party, we was sneaking in the parties with knives, robbing the parties or niggas in the parties. So that was fun to us. It wasn't. We want you to do this, so we were like,
okay,
here. And that's what it was.
And the audience, being the fans, when we saw music video box or the box, that's what we thought. We compared both. We listened to both. We compared both. So in the daytime, again, we're on the train, we're rocking your music, and then at night, you're on a cruise or whatever, you're hearing.
See, that's what the fans do, though. I see that the fans is always trying to cause conflict, and behind the scenes, they don't know that y'all breaking bread together, y'all doing this,
correct.
and that. They just like, oh well.
I think the fans, they sometimes they don't understand what it is to be an artist. Like they're pigeonhole the artist, and they'll fuck the artist's growth up because they'll put out, the artist may put out one album, and then when it's time for their sophomore album, the fans be like, yo, I don't want to hear no growth of what you did. I just want what I know you for, that same style of what you did 2 years ago, however long that break was. And so it takes them a minute to grow with them. Like when we had to switch our name from Smif N Wessun to
Cocoa Brothers,
it took the fans a little to put one and one together to realize that the two was the same people. So it's not really their fault. A lot of times it's just the industry and the media, they don't, and it's sometimes the artists where you, like a lot of artists that be, like for me, instance, I'm kind of an introvert kind of shy. I don't do a lot of talking. I stay out of the crowd environment unless, that's what it is. That's what it is. But other than that, we don't, back then it was really no hand-to-hand communication like it is now with the social media, your Twitter account, your Instagram.
But I think though too, and I'd say especially as Black people, we're lazy, right? And I'll
a lot of us are
very lazy because intellectually lazy when it comes to our artists. Again, I'm gonna say legend because that's what we if you whack, we're gonna say you whack, right? So legend, and I'll give you an example to your point. The famous sophomore slump. As soon as you come, even second album, as soon as you come out, second album, they're assuming it's horrible.
Right.
But then when you tie that to movies, well, you have Star Wars, first movie, but Empire Strike Back, the best movie ever. Jaws 1, but everybody loves Jaws 2. So, it's I think it's us. We're at times with our art in hip hop, we're intellectually lazy. We want to hold on to that one album and don't want to let you grow. Now, there's also some artists have grown and just didn't work out, but there's some artists that have grown, and you can see. Let's look at Chronic. Chronic first album, right, had that G-Funk. The second album, totally different sound.
Only one Chronic, one Dr. Dre album.
Yeah. Well, we were the mailman. I would, but the point, but you get my point though, right?
You got to test me on my jacket off.
You're in about to
They got my man 38 special. She just put out a joint 7 shots.
Nah, just because I made one mistake about that line, I thought that was in line.
So I got a question, right? Being that you're a legend and you saw both sides of the fence, like, what do you like now? The streaming, like, how did you adapt to that? Like, if somebody offered you a major, would you accept it, or would you continue being independent and doing your own thing?
I mean, I think we as the artists, first of all, we got to get in our mind and keep it planted that we are the bag. So it's not like when someone offers you the bag. Like, we're all multi-millionaires in our brain, in our mind, and in our heart. We just got to learn how to get it out. And I was watching an interview with some people that was just out and was like, yo, when you want your names in those mixed in those money talks and in those rooms, and a lot of times you might not know that it's happening, but it is happening. And the people with the money, they don't have you. They don't have us. Right. They're looking for us the same way we're looking for them. Yeah. But if that bridge is burnt and slumped under 1,000 feet of water, then it's not. You know what I mean? So you know, yeah. I love to have the big machine behind us, pushing us to places where, because sometimes as an indie artist, you get capped. Your ceiling is there. If you have that machine to raise you up out of that, then that's dope too. But even some indie artists, they sign those deals and they be like, yo, I'm still indie. It ain't nothing to be ashamed of to me. I'm still going to be me and do what it is that I do. So, I mean, but yeah, as long as I ain't selling my soul and booty hole and they coming with the right.
Because now you got control in your hands. Like, you got a platform. You can promote yourself. If you're having a show, you can sell your own tickets on your social media.
But that's kind of crazy. Like, even that point right there, I never seen an artist promote a show so much as I've seen in the past 10 years.
Right.
I guess the social media, because that just wasn't our job. Yeah. Our job was just to get paid, deposit up front, get to the venue, perform, get the bag in, or get the back in, then perform, because some people hustle backwards. And then that was that. The promoter and the club promoter, that was their job. That was street teams, put up flyers and sell tickets. Nowadays, it's like, again, technology could be a gift and a curse because the artists themselves have to get out there and promote that they are coming to your town. Some artists may be like, yo, shit is beneath me. But, you know, when you fully engulfed into it, then, again, when losing ain't an option, that's what has to be done.
You got to put in the work.
Yeah,
you've been in the game for so long, and, you know, respect, because this industry will eat you up.
Oh, this shit.
And, you know, to see legends still doing a thing is just amazing to me, because, again, you know, this is not for the weak.
Nah, not at all. You gotta be tough skinned, you gotta be tough minded, and you gotta have a dope team. Like, you gotta have a good solid team. You definitely can't do this shit alone.
Absolutely.
That's family, friends, however it go. You just gotta weed out the bag.
So right now, you know, we're dealing with a lot of stuff in America, right? And, you know, obviously as being black folks, the saying goes, when America gets, gets a sniffle, we get the flu, right? So with everything going on, right? Everything in politics, social injustice. Do you ever feel pressure that you really? I mean, you put gems in your music, right? You keep the jewels and gems, right? So I'll give you an example. People have complained about Jay-Z, you know, and where there are lines when he's still talking about selling, right? And you're a multimillionaire. Do you ever get pressure that you have to really, literally speak on what's going on? Not gems and jewels that we have to like, I caught that metaphor simile, but really speak on an issue.
Nah, me personally, no, I don't get pressure because we've been doing that from the inception of our career, from the beginning. You have to slip the medicine in between the good tasting food. We've been doing that. I say we, Smif N Wessun, Boot Camp, Helter Skelter, OGC, we've been doing that. But where a person comes from is what made them to the person they are today. So he's not, when you say Jay-Z, he's not talking about, yo, I'm still in the hallway, or I'm still, he's telling you his trial and tribulations that he went through. So hopefully, if you listen to the jewel, you can rock the jewels he gives however you want, however you please. So, but nah, there's no pressure. I mean, as an artist, you want to reach your audience with some type of information, something that's helpful in their life, because music, like, you know, the saying, calms a savage beach. This is the thing that changed our lives. This took us out of the street, where in today's society, they're going backwards with getting the money and then trying to get the street cred the wrong direction. But again, without that OG or without that triple OG or a father or an uncle, even an older brother to tell him like, nah, my little nigga, my little sister, look, that ain't the way. You gonna do that for this amount of time or period. But listen, when I give you this book and I walk away, don't just fling the shit, open it up, glance through it, and then you make your own steps from there. And at any given time, you feel like you getting tripped up. You got my number, you hit me up, and we chop it up and talk about it. So it's E1T1 for me. That's each one teach one for, who don't know. And just to answer the question, there is no pressure, man. Pressure builds diamonds. So
yeah.
I'm with it all.
Yeah. We on What It Look Like podcast episode 4. We got Tech in the building. We're about to preview some of his new music. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking too long. We could talk about what you're working on. What song you wanted to go to right now?
This is my joint that if this the right ones, I know Light be fucking up.
Behind the scenes right now.
Yeah. Shirts at night. He goes around and wearing that big new pretty white Jeep he got. So.
It's a hybrid. He's feeling himself
put his
right
business
now.
out there. I don't want no stalkers on him.
All right. So what?
So this is the Coach Put Me In joint. This is actually what my partner Flash, Big Young, Culture Pushers. This is the new wave that we pushing right now. It's still Smif N Wessun, but it's reinvention.
Yeah, I'm feeling this.
What's happening, young Shake?
What's up, legend?
What do?
Trying to get on.
On with what?
Hustle. Make money like you do.
Oh, you talking crazy. I thought you were a call away from the league. This is legal money right here, young Shake.
I know, but I get the lottery before I make the pros. Only 450 players make it to the league, and to be honest, we in a fucked up situation right now.
I hear you, young Shake, but these streets ain't what you want, huh?
I
He's
know.
out here dying and shit.
Yeah, but I can handle it. I had to pull out on a nigga the other day on the roof.
I think being a rapper and a hustler is a pretty sight right now, young Shake. So right now, man, being a rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs out here. Man. You might as well go clean windows on a fucking skyscraper, for real, you feel me?
But that's why I need niggas like you, Young and Flash. Show me the way.
Damn, young Shake. You really put me between a rock and a hard place. Yo. Good. You still doing that thing you was gonna do earlier? Yeah, we talked about? Yeah, sure. Take young Shake with you. Foreplay? Yeah, he think he ready, showing the ropes. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach. Friday. Stallone, I see you. Let's go. This one for the culture right here.
Culture
Flash, Tech. They say they wanna hear Young get busy. I'm too busy. 2 big gorillas with 2 glizzies. 5'4" but walk like I'm 250. Nowadays these niggas is too pretty. Like a chick with new titties trying to get my attention. Like who is he? I'm a bad boy. They call me the new Diddy. They thought I didn't have it like I said, so I blew 50 on some prime real estate. Now I got condos in 2 cities. They ain't wanna play my joints. It was too gritty. But nowadays it's starting to sound way more familiar thanks to Griselda. I could get these bars off without feeling like I'm a failure. The hood won't rep you until you shit on them and then they smell ya. I've been a star since the womb, that's what I've been trying to tell ya. But it's cool cause the boss need workers. I send the bees with the honey out. That's corner shit posing with your money out. I'm in a black tee with no brands on it. I paid a grip for it and I could give a fuck if you know it. Cause I'm on that buy and sell retail. I plan to buy the house by the water with all the seashells. I'm giving too many details. When we see the bitch in you, we press a nigga like knee nails. And pull the skirt up on these pussies acting like females. But I get it though, cause times is hard. Trust me, I'm a man of God. Stand at odds, ready for the battle. Here's my hand and rod. Coach.
Yeah.
Put me in.
Hey yo, Yacht, it's been a change of forecast. Time to switch the weather. Yeah, I'm getting married, but hip-hop gon' be my bitch forever. See, me and Tech invested in a couple big endeavors. Ain't nothing like a street nigga with his shit together. Proving facts, through it all, I refuse to rap. When the judge threw the book at me, I read it and threw it back. Fuck 'em. Shook never, world copper, cook seller. I'm a hood dweller, pushing wood grain and good leather. When it's cold in Jersey, I be like pew to that good weather. De Niro, Leo, the Pesci, I'm good, fella. Now I ain't never gave off that soft guy aura. Now I ain't the plug, but I still can get across that border, but dub that. Try and get my niggas off that corner. When they hear me rhyme, it's like seeing man walk on water. I'm South Jersey's all-time scorer, nigga, the prototype. I'm from the era of them old bank heists and them stolen bikes. No fabrication, statute of limitation, I know my rights. They told me rapping was a gamble, ain't think I would throw my dice. I got a little fame, but my heart is still cold as ice. I know I'm nice, nigga. Flow more spooky than poltergeist, nigga. Know your worth, don't ever think you overpriced. See, I grinded my whole life so my life could change overnight, nigga. Coach. Put me in.
Hey yo, look who's back in the same hood that he came from. Except now I own the properties I slung the cane from. I gotta say thank you to the people and my OGs who tried to steer me away from all the evils. But it was choices of my own. Got off of the crumb shit and drove the bread truck home. This new balance on life has just begun. I'm handing more than sneakers and clothes down to my son. This 40 cal is your alarm clock, sign of the times. And it's gonna ring off, you fucking with me and mine. To your career, get you no returns. You against me like short verse long terms. You can take one jewel and build from it. Add on, the whole fam can eat from it. Let the congregation say amen. Everybody can't go, but we can all win. We got the same hour, different work ethics. I ain't got no F's on my arrest record. I take you back to the day I was talking BK and most black CLK. You ever seen a beautiful angel with a dirty face? Or trying to get somewhere by jogging in one place? We smacking y'all boys by 10. I'm at the scoring table. Coach, put me in. Put me in. Put me in.
Boom, 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 boom. Yo, check this out. This is your boy Tech, Smif N Wessun, Culture Pushers, Boot Camp Click. Say it like a G. I miss my brother P. This is my new joint with my man DJ Can Do, straight out of Japan and Brooklyn. Tech shot you. Boom!
That must have on. 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 That must have on.
Word. Yo, I popped the cork off the rich. My nigga said Tech talk your shit. So that's what I'ma do. Walk on these niggas like I rep the set in blue. On hood, I ain't crippin' no. I gotta kill everybody flow. I'm comfortable in the presence of the shooters. I'm in the hood like them new e-scooters. I give easy understanding so you understand. The upper hand is always better than the lower hand. When I say I'm made in the image of him, the most gracious taught by the pen. Then your whole crew full of lanes. Burnt them so bad they said his hoodie caught flames. I'm defined by nature. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about paper. It's smoke.
DJ Can Do. Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style.
Yo, Can Do. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I got a deal on the table. 2 rows, different shows on cable. Now, execs hit me direct to get a check for my street dialect. I tell them let's crunch numbers. Big Drake pound got it booming like thunder. Finger on the trigger till the bullet's gone. Nigga, if it's on, then it's really on. I trust even less than I did before. I don't sit or eat with my back to the door. Old habits die hard. This is for my niggas that still spinning yards. With 400 on the bench. Went up in 92, I ain't seen a nigga since. Off-brand niggas trying to beat. You know what the real holler free till they free with smoke.
What's going on, everybody? This is the What It Look Like podcast. Got Dre Day Andre, got my man Light, and you got Randall Digital, right?
Yep.
all right.
Zach Digital.
Yeah.
I go by either one.
And you got Tech
and
in
we
the
got
house.
Tech here. I'm introducing everybody.
Boom.
There you go.
What's up,
there you
y'all?
go.
Just saw that video. Tech shot you.
Yeah.
It's a good video, y'all. It's dangerous. It's got a gun in it. Anyway. Just a joke. I'm here on the set, y'all. What's up?
He is mic'd up, so be careful.
I'm on the set, y'all. What's up, y'all? We here, man. Dre's here, new on the team.
Yeah.
This is Razak Digital. This is my brother. My blood brother.
Razak?
Razak.
Like going backwards?
No.
Retract?
Explain your name, my brother.
Razak. Razak. Key to the Lord.
Key to the Lord.
Yeah. I have the key.
I learned you are the key.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Did you keep that?
Yeah, I keep that.
We gotta pan him out. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Okay.
I'm just trying to make a reservation.
Hey, that's
Wagyu.
He's adulting. He's adulting.
Japanese Wagyu beef.
Yo, Wagyu beef. Oh, okay. That's. Is it a Japanese? Does he realize we're in inflation and recession? He didn't know
that Wagyu beef. What is Wagyu beef?
Does he know we're in recession?
I thought you was my friend.
You can't breathe his shirt.
She putting on the oxygen to his brain.
We're not turning into a roasting session right now.
Yeah, that's
All right, we're good. All right,
That's dope. You know, Detroit came up with something like that he would want to do a roasting session for hip hop.
That'd be dope.
That recorded?
Yeah, we got.
You good though?
Yeah, you know Detroit.
Yeah, no, Detroit. Yeah.
He came. He had mentioned something to me about that, but it's like in hip hop,
A bit too
we're
sensitive.
kind of
You can't.
What the fuck you say?
That'd be.
Next you know, Entourage just be fighting.
That'd be. But that would be so. How dope would that be?
Imagine get everyone roasting Snoop Dogg.
Well, he's
I
done
think
some.
Snoop done plenty of
he's
roasts.
done plenty of roasts. Yeah.
I'm saying just think of
Like if I said,
who's the most serious? Just think of like a Billy Dance, MOP, or
somebody roasting Ella G.
No, because Ella G is funny. Ella G good. I'm trying to think of somebody
more
who
serious.
has
So I couldn't say to
most-
them like, your mother's so dumb that to take the 4 train, she took the 2 train twice. So I couldn't say that.
Think of the worst person you could think of in hip hop as an MC. You would say that to. That would be like, what the fuck you say?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you get too personal, nigga.
Right.
Wait till.
Yeah.
Who you think?
I think the names. LG. I would think.
How about Raekwon?
Raekwon is kind of even tone.
Yeah.
Like it's certain people like that that's even tone. Like us Geminis, we're even
Murder.
tone. So we have
How about
Uncle Murder?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he's a different murder now. When niggas get money, they different.
Right, different.
Niggas start making money, they different. He's passport gang.
Who would sit down and get roasted?
You got to think of when everything is kill, shoot him up, kill.
And that's serious all the time.
I'll smile on camera. I ain't got no.
What about a Chuck D?
Oh no.
I'm gonna say he's serious. He's more political.
Yeah.
He's a
That's
serious
Uncle Chuck.
man.
Yeah,
He's probably get an intellectual laugh.
He probably would like that.
Intellectual laugh.
Yeah, he would like that. He would like that. Yeah. But that's neither here or there or this show. That's just Detroit's joint. But let's get into it. Let's get back to it.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a question, right? So
send y'all who y'all think under the comments.
It's a natural here.
Definitely.
It's gonna take over.
So like a couple years, well, not a couple years, maybe about 5-6 years ago, I seen you at 92 KY. You just went to see Nas. He was talking, speaking at 92 KY.
The drink trend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I seeing you there was like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. So my question is like, how do you like solidify relationships with other celebrities? Like, do you have some that you close with, not close with, or have different interactions, bad or good?
Oh, show beef.
Well, not really show beef, but just
It's not really show beef. That's a dope question. It's good because, again, as I said, I'm not a very outgoing person. I'm quiet. Like I've been shy all my life because just of my voice. Like I used to get teased a lot for my voice, so I used to hurt people.
Okay.
I used to
knock them out.
Violent thing. Yeah, my knuckles are still fucked up. But I think as an artist, when you start to grow, when you get into certain joints, you want to be accepted by your peers. Like you said, you do the digital shit. So there's people that you look it up into the digital world.
That's great.
You like, damn, I want them to see this and know I'm a genius at doing this. The podcast show, you might look up to people and be like, yo, they get a load of my joint, it's going to be. So you want to be accepted by your peers.
Right.
Give me 1 second. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's give a clap. Let's give a clap.
He's set for tonight.
Do you know we're inflation and recession, right?
This is called Salt and Choco in Brooklyn on Grand Street.
Oh, okay.
It's in Brooklyn.
It's a beautiful
Grand Street.
restaurant. My man Gerard there. If you go there, ask for Gerard. Tell him Tech Central.
All right.
You got the
I'll go there with my lady. I'm not gonna blow a bag. It's affordable for somebody like me, not somebody like you.
Go by yourself.
I'm just saying.
Right? What are we doing here?
I already know the answer to that.
Applebee's. Let's say Tech Central. You get the 2% discount and you're good.
They're gonna treat you good.
Yeah, say Tech Central for the What It Look Like podcast.
It's not on Groupon. It's not on Groupon.
It's not on Groupon?
It's not on Groupon.
That's
That
fancy
restaurant.
Checked already?
Yeah. The based on all of us holding the show up, it ain't on Groupon.
All right, we're back, y'all. Here, the one and only, technically world famous, Smif N Wessun. My waves were tighter than his, but I let my hair grow.
Never.
So he's claimed he's the wave king, but
wait, I claim I've been crowned. I have been crowned numerous times as the wave king, not just self-proclamation.
That's the wave king, y'all. That's the wave king. I can't mess with him.
So Funkmaster Flex, right? He's been on a rampage lately. So it started with Conway from the Griselda team complaining that a lot of that. Yeah. So here I'm putting this out in the universe. You know, he's already challenged a lot of artists. Ray and Ghost did their 2 songs, so he's challenging artists. I'm putting out in the universe that I hope he challenges Smif N Wessun to put out 2 songs. And here's why I'm saying that. And there's a reason why I'm saying
Look
that.
at my face. Yeah. Look at my face.
Well, you know,
Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, yeah.
I got a whole album ready.
Yeah.
Please do.
And I'm glad that you know, again, a lot of our top artists are challenging him you know who you guys are. You know your predicatory. Play the music. So I'm putting in the universe. I'm hoping he challenges you guys.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing because it's almost like it's opening the doors again to the pioneers again. It's giving them a whole nother platform to be like the dudes that he's challenging. Like I said, I don't own a radio, so I don't really know who is challenging. I did see some of the Conway shit on YouTube, and I seen some of that with the Raekwon. Please challenge Smif N Wessun. We have a whole album ready to go that will burn this shit down. But yeah, that goes back to the other things of what we've been doing. Like you know, like we're in the studio. If I'm not in the studio, I'm not in the house. I'm in the studio. I think I've built my work ethic from being around Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. That was my man, my Gemini brother. Being around Tupac, rest in peace. Another Gemini brother, and being thrown into the Lions Den with our big little brothers from Black Moon. So we've been groomed and been preparing for these moments all our lives. Like this is nothing new to Smif N Wessun. This is what we do. This is what we thrive for, and we like to do this. So it's again, pressure breeds diamonds and makes diamonds. So we look for the smoke.
Good. That's what I'm talking about. You hear that, Funk?
I like that.
We hear that?
Ready. Smif N Wessun is ready.
All the time. I think Flex know that.
Yeah.
Now,
Flex many times.
if you got a question.
No, go ahead.
All right, now we know verses and there's issues now. What's going on in verses? So we're gonna put that aside and come up with our own verses. Now, everybody's allowed to have their rap superhero and their rap superhero battles, right?
Right.
So, right. You know.
Right.
So who I would love to see in the verses. Right. I got a list. I would love to see Smif N Wessun versus MOP.
Really?
Oh, that'd be
or Smif N Wessun versus Onyx.
What?
Onyx already did it.
But Jada did one too, right? He did twice. So because he did he had verses with Fabulous.
Well, he did one as a group. And he did one
But remember, this is my superhero.
Everybody size 9 don't fit everybody
Captain
foot.
America fight Batman. Can I have mine? Okay, thank you. So I got a little emotional there.
He said, "Can Captain America fight Batman?"
It's mine.
Who do you think will win that?
Yeah.
I think Batman.
Batman.
Because even though Captain America is stronger because the secret serum brings him to the highest level of human physical ability.
Batman will find a way.
Batman is relentless, as I think someone said.
Batman.
I think Thanos. When they asked Thanos, not Thanos, Darkseid, what's his superpower? And he said, somebody said, I don't know what Superman said, is unwillingness to give up. So I think that he would just find a way to beat him. But that's just mine.
He probably already knows a way.
Or yes,
he probably already knows
master tactician.
Yes,
So see, I'm not crazy.
But what's crazy is I have to that point. I have to big up my brother Drew High, from Duck Down.
Drew.
At the height of verses, when it first started. At the height of verses, when it first started, Drew came to me with an idea. He was trying to do, I call it an undercard of verses, where the artist that's not who those people are in your first foremost to be on another level or another platform to battling, which would be like a Smif N Wessun MOP. And we actually reached out to MOP. We didn't try to label it as a battle or anything.
Yeah.
It was just more like, saluting and bigging up each other. But it didn't work out for whatever reasons. It didn't happen. But those are just to name two other combatants. It could have been so many more. Just like other artists that was out there. But because when they make platforms like this where they the backpack rappers are forgotten about or the other little guys, we need those platforms for those people also, because there's people that want to see those type of interactions that's happening at the same time, So and it wouldn't take away from anything that Versus was doing. If anything, it'd bring to the culture, which is number 4 of the show again that we talk about right here. And I think it would have been a super dope look to get some of those, underground, backpack, whatever you want to label those artists. It would have been dope.
Yeah. I think there's, and again, that's my dream battle. Like, for example, people don't, again, we talk about in the other segment how, our black people are, in my opinion, intellectually lazy with our legends in hip hop. People don't know that Primo and Pete Rock in Japan, Primo and Pete Rock in Japan had a battle years ago. They had a versus, and actually, then Just Blaze and Alchemist had one. And people, I think that, again, keep going back to the reason why we call you guys legend is for us to call you legends. But to keep that word legend, we have to keep saying, we have to acknowledge your growth and support. And stop being we just have a short memory. So that's why
attention span is like
span.
It's getting shorter and shorter. Shorter songs.
Right.
Everybody went from 4-minute songs to 2-minute songs.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that?
I remember you said a lyric.
Technology sometimes.
You said a lyric, one of your songs, one of my favorite. We don't take up too much time with the long rhymes. It was one of your, I forgot what song it was, but
that's
Act like us.
Wanna act like us, be like us. Ain't trying to take it too much of your time. NYCITUI. Yeah,
right.
Because you know nowadays you want to get to the point in and out before they change the station or before they fast forward. Well, shit, you can still fast forward a record now if it's whack. But I think the more and more we evolve as human beings and everything, we're soaking up knowledge. Like for me, I tell a couple of my peers, like, I had to unlearn a lot of shit that I learned to relearn a lot of shit that I need to learn today. And I think that's where a lot of people might be stuck at. They don't want to unlearn to relearn to advance into what's happening today, the future, and everything. So I think that's the more you grow is because there's so much knowledge out there. Knowledge is infinite, and being you soaking it up, you're learning something new, or you should try to learn something new every day, every minute, every hour. That you don't want to get stagnated, because procrastination is the death of dreams of us all. So you just want to keep evolving and being the best you that you can be.
Yeah. Gems and jewels.
Gems and jewels.
Anybody you want to work with going in the future?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people I want to work with, man. I mean, I don't think it's over for Smif N Wessun. I don't think it's over. No, I don't feel it's over until the Most High Allah calls us on that day, because we all have a date, and He knows that day. He's the best planner. So I'm just grateful to be able to be here and still be doing it. To be on this platform. I've known this brother for years. Helped him with a lot the same way he helped me through a lot of times. So I think the more we're interacting with each other, the more we know and learn about each other, and is able. Is that the way you should say it? Is able, are able? That's the way we're able to help each other and raise each other instead of bad mouthing and putting each other down. The crab in the bucket mentality been around for millions of years. So let's change the narrative about, it's time to uplift and help each other. Like this is a beautiful thing to be here. Like he asked me to do this so many times, and I said, "No, get the fuck out of here! I don't want to do this shit."
Was it shirt tight?
That's what I don't know where this tight shirt shit came from. I don't know where that hairstyle came from. Matter of fact, that came from what son called him? Basquiat and Little Fame. Once him and Fame started doing it, the light started doing it. I'm like, look at this shit here. Wearing a tight shirt. We used to go on bike rides from Brooklyn to Harlem to Queens. All of a sudden, he lost a few pounds. Now, you know what I mean? Shit is crazy. Yeah,
well, speaking of shirts, man, I got one for you, man. Since Lightning won't give me one.
Oh,
man. Like shirt.
That looks
tech.
Thank you.
Very big or something? Yeah, it is very big.
So, improvise. We can get you. That's good?
Oh, no, you can't. That's a blanket. We got another one for you.
All right, well, we give you one.
No. This
we got your size. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Yeah, I need like an XL.
All right, cool.
There it is. There it is. That's where it was. I told you we had a shirt one. Bring it in. There you go. Right, check out this material right here.
There you go. Of the finest kind. What is this? Silk?
I built this right here.
Silk. This guy got a joke. A lot of y'all don't know. This guy is a funny guy. Like he says he's quiet and whatever, but behind the scenes, oh my God. Yeah. This guy got jokes for days. One time, I can tell you one story. I don't know. We was hanging out in the city one time.
What son say? This is damn, what Denzel say? You got a blotcher stain out of this shit. This shit is
that's alpaca.
This is alpaca. You got a blotcher stain out of this shit.
Oh boy.
This is alpaca.
There you go.
Nah, but what you was saying?
Man, that one time we was out, you probably won't remember because you was drinking. We was out and we went to some free.
Throw me under the bus.
Straight up.
Now we went to some club. It was everywhere. One time, we was out late. I forgot where it was coming from. He still wanted to try and get him home. I'm like, you gotta get home. Nah, shut the fuck up, like. I'm like, yo, what you got? Nah, fuck you. Shut the fuck up. All car ride home.
Wait, that was probably because you had them nasty ass. What's that white boy band telling directions? Please turn left. The Backstreet Boys. Make a right. Please turn left. Like, yo, get that shit out of my head. The fuck is that? Tech, please turn right.
GPS. Also, Tech knows about comic books. And
yeah, I used to be an avid comic book collector. I lost a lot in the house fire.
Nancy Drew.
The Hardy Boys.
Hardy Boys?
Yeah.
What? The comic books? I mean, I was asking.
The Hardy Boys? I'm not subscribing to that.
You can ask him, like, who will win from a fight, the Hulk or Bruce Banner?
I think that's a trick question.
It is a trick question.
So what do you think Black Panther 2 is going to be like with Submariner?
I got an answer.
I just want to see.
I want to hear this.
I just want to see Submariner, but
sister.
Yeah, she's Black Panther.
May I?
Yeah, break it down.
Please.
There it is.
A quote. Okay, here's my issue with Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, and his family said that they should recast. Rest in power, sleep well. Should recast another Black Panther.
They should.
What's happening with this Black Panther Part 2 is that they're putting a lot. If you notice, there's a lot of females that are casted, which is great because in the comic books, Black Panther, his sister did take over.
Mm-hmm.
What they did with what they're doing with Namor is that they're giving him a Mexican con, so his ancestry is Aztec.
Yeah.
So this is a slick move. It's a smart move, very smart move. But
is he Aztec or what is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be half Aztec. No, not. I mean, he was pure Atlantean, right?
Yeah.
But in the movie, he's gonna be half Aztec. So we know what the motive is. A smart motive. But here's the issue. We've had multiple Supermen,
right? Spider-Man, Batman,
multiverses,
Joker.
Yeah.
We could have had another
another Black Panther. Easily.
Let it run one more time.
But I think they did that out of respect. Mm-hmm. The way, like, he was a warrior. Mm-hmm. The way he fought to the end without nobody knowing. So I kind of applaud him for doing
Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves.
Right. We knew about Christopher Reeves. Mm. The thing is, we didn't know about Chad and his illness like that. He didn't let it be known that he was even affected like that. So I kind of bigged them up and salute them for that fact that they didn't cast. Being that it's part 2 now, if you carry it on to part 3, then I think you should cast.
So I mean that's a valid point. I think what's happening is that right now when it comes to black male images,
I could be Black Panther in part 3.
You think so?
Yeah. Why not?
Because I got if my beard under the mask, it'd be like the Panther whiskers and shit. Like,
you gotta rock the What's Up Light shirt when you.
Hell no.
I'm just saying. I mean, everybody wipe off your opponent's blood, then throw it away. I got you.
That's what the tat is for.
Now I got a question.
I got something.
What?
When I moved into my igloo, my friends threw me a housewarming party. Now I'm homeless. That wasn't funny. Moved to an igloo, housewarming party.
Sir. Host.
That was inventive.
No. What do you call a man that's always in debt?
Owen.
Owen. Oh.
So here's my question. So we're gonna move on from that joke. Okay, we're gonna move on. So
I know why y'all brothers. Both of y'all jokes.
We're gonna move on. Right? So here's the question. Here's the controversy going on right now. In hip hop, the influence was Latinos / Hispanics part responsible for hip hop culture as we know it?
For I've seen that. For my hip hop culture, as when I came in, yes, I had plenty of Spanish and Puerto Rican friends. I went to high school in Hell's Kitchen. I went to Graphic Arts Print High School. Before that, I had a bunch of I wasn't born in those days of yes, y'all 1 2 1 2. So I don't know what that hip hop culture was like. I mean, I did the research and I did the evidence, and I see people. There's Latins and there's Spanish people that was 5% nations that used to go to the ciphers in Fort Greene Park. So yes, I have Puerto Rico, the Lugos from Fort Greene. So I know of these people. But for my introduction into hip hop, my answer would be yes. I wasn't with Grandmaster Caz and big up all those pioneers. I don't know what that introduction to hip hop was until he did the research. And yes, I see Spanish people. I see
Then how do we explain then the majority of, and we're going to be very specific, let's say with MCing, mostly black?
That's not true. No, I don't find that true. Maybe in your face is what you see is mostly black.
Fair enough.
There could be twice as much as Latino MCs and rappers. That's just like saying the majority of rappers are male. But at the same time, there's a whole demographic of female MCs that's out there that men or hip hop don't give the light to. So that's not a fair assessment of what it is.
But so then that's a good point, right? It's what perspective, what you see in front of your reality. So now but I think there's still a general consensus of what we see in numbers, right? And the numbers still show that there's more black people than Latins in the forefront, whether overground or underground. So,
but that's in hip hop. What about reggaeton? In that genre of music, there's more Latin people than there are African American and black people. So, again, why separate the music? Dope music is dope music. If Nori was perfect one who blended hip hop with reggaeton, right? So if he shows us that it can be done, then it can be done. Is it up to the artists themselves to reach out to those other type of communities and be like, yo, let's do a duo? What's happening? Or collab? Is it money? Is it the eyes? Who knows? I'm not in those people's shoes. I can't give a definitive answer to that.
So then to your point then is it valid then that now that Italians are saying that they're major contributors to hip hop because black artists, right? Let's use the example Wu-Tang, Wu Gambinos. They're now saying because we're using their names, are they now an important factor of hip hop? Because they've just started, now they're jumping in and saying that as well. Like, and we're talking now, and I'm saying just from a historical, it's like an archaeologist, historical perspective. If we go back, because they're saying that now they're part of it.
But, because I don't know, we're going to wrap it up soon, but I'll bring that as, like, at the time, there was a lot of cool movies that were out at the time. There's Godfather, that Bronx Tales, and a lot of that was all Italian. So at the time, everything for black folks was cool. So they just took the names and used it as,
But the same.
I don't want you to think that question stumped me. I just want to give you a correct.
What do you think about the dinner? It's the wagyu.
Yeah, you think about the wagyu right now. Definitely think about it. Because if I'm not out here on time, my wife is on fire. But I think. Okay, so boom. Again, that's what's in our foresight.
Yep.
Because we're in 22, just like 5-6 years ago, remember it was, I don't remember his name, but it was the big Jewish rapper.
Oh,
you remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was a couple of
names. Yeah.
Not Little Dicky, no, not Little Dicky. It was another one. That's from like right around here in the hood.
Like in Williamsburg.
That was going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was doing reggae, right?
Yeah. No, he was doing rock.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Did you say reggae?
There was a reggae one. There was a reggae one too.
It was a regular one.
Yeah.
He was straightly with the big hat.
Yeah.
The long overcoat doing the.
Oh, you remember his name?
Yeah. I forgot his name.
But that goes to say, okay, Italians, first of all, a lot of Italians didn't accept us. We couldn't even go to Howard Beach.
You know what I'm saying?
Or we couldn't go to that part of town. Right, Bensonhurst. And it was, before they even stopped us, it was police that was stopping us on our BMX Huffies, red lines. Little black nigga, you don't belong in here. Get the fuck out of here, turn around, ASAP. So it was a lot of that. So we didn't see them in what we created. We created this hip-hop from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Again, yes, there was all types of people living in the Bronx. Them burnt down buildings, flipping on pissy mattresses. There was all type of families and demographics that came from that. Yeah, Italians were here. They was the first gangs in Brooklyn that was running around. It's documented in history.
What's interesting,
but was they on the mic rapping for our introduction? No.
What was interesting, Crazy, I saw a video, Crazy Legs, and an old documentary actually said that Latins learned, it was black people that were breakdancing first, and they took over and just, so, I mean, all right, if that's what he said, that's what he said.
Crazy Legs said you're going to break that.
I'm not arguing with Crazy Legs. I'm not a break dancer. The only thing I used to do was pop and top rock.
We're break dancers. I was break dancers. Come here, quick. Hey, tell you, we got before my wife says I only have two faults. I don't listen, and something else. You get it? Two faults?
You can't even remember. But your jokes are fucking corny, bro.
Let me drink some more.
Do you get it?
Wait, hold on. That's why the detective lost his job working at the airport. He's always not cracking cases.
Oh. Slate.
Yo, what up?
And it's a
we got Brooklyn Flames 2 behind the one and only Tech is in the building. Shout out to Tech. We here gonna rap. Preacher will coming and he out of here.
Peace.
You gotta get his Wagyu.
Yeah. You know we're in a recession, right? I keep asking that question. I was eating Roman noodles last night. How about y'all?